Hello students, in this session I am going to teach you about Grignard reagents. Okay, so Grignard reagents are very important reagent which took organic synthesis to another level. Okay, so after the invention of this Grignard reagent, we could do so many reactions. Okay, so I am going to explain this in detail. Okay, so what are Grignard reagents? Grignard reagents are basically alkyl magnesium halides. Okay, so easily it is represented as RMGX, where R stands for the alkyl group, R stands for the alkyl group, and Mg for the magnesium, you know that, and X is any halide. Okay, so it can be chlorine, bromine, or iodine. Usually with fluorine it is not prepared. Okay, so how it is prepared? You take some alkyl halide. Okay, RX means alkyl halide, you all know that. So you treat it with magnesium. Ether is the only solvent we can use for this particular reaction. You will get alkyl magnesium halide. Okay, so why we have to do this? So what is the use of changing RX to RMGX? Okay, I'll make this clear. If you take RX, okay, what is the charge on R? So shall we take an example for R? If I say, keep on telling R can be any alkyl. Okay, R can be any alkyl and X can be any halogen. So I'm going to take an example. So what is the charge on CH3 here and bromine here? Bromine is relatively more electronegative than this carbon. So what charge? It takes a partial negative charge, and your methyl partial positive charge. Okay, so this is one example. And the second example, if you take methanol, so what is the charge on CH3 and OH? Now also oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, so it takes a negative charge and positive charge. Okay, so if you see the charge on methyl group on all this carbon, if you take this primary amine, so what is the charge? Again C plus, for the same reason. Okay, so what you infer from this? So the CH3, all this gives, okay, a source of methyl plus, right? So in all these compounds, your methyl is electrophilic in nature. It is an electrophile. Okay, in electrophile. Okay, so I'm going to do is I'm going to make this Grignard reagent by doing this reaction. So what I will get? I will get RMGX. Now can you tell me? So if I prepare with magnesium bromide, you will get methyl magnesium bromide. Okay, so now let us see the charge on the CH3. You know the electronegativity of magnesium is some 1.02. in fact it is an electropositive element. No, it is an S block element. So when compared to carbon, it is less electronegative and carbon is more electronegative. Now what is the charge on it? So it is del minus partial. Del stands for partial, okay, not complete, since it is a covalent bond, not ionic bond. Okay, so what you have done here, now it is a source of what? Here all, what happened? It is electrophile. CH3 is an electrophile in all these compounds. Now it is a nucleophile. It bears a negative charge. So it is a source of what? It is a source of CH3 minus. It is a source of what? It is a source of R minus. Okay, so what you have done? You have reversed the polarity. Okay, what you have done? You have reversed the polarity. In all this thing, in all the polarity. Okay, in all the small species, CH3 is an electrophile. Now it is a nucleophile. See, now it can act both as a, okay, so any minus can act both as a base or as a nucleophile. Your Grignard reagent also will act as a base and also as a nucleophile. Okay, so this is the use of the Grignard reagent. After discovering Grignard reagent, you have changed the polarity of the alkyl group, your electrophilicity of the alkyl, to a nucleophile. You have created a nucleophilic source of alkyl groups. Okay, now you can do plenty of reactions. Yes, so first of all, what we can see, as I told you, any species carrying a negative charge can act both as a base and a nucleophile. What is the difference between a base and a nucleophile? Base means it has to abstract a proton, that's all. Okay, nucleophile means it will go and attack any electrophilic center. It will go and attack electrophilic center. That is the difference between a base and a nucleophile. First, let us see RMgX, your Grignard reagent, as a base. Okay, so simply I have written, so I will give an example, simple example. Okay, RMgBr. Okay, now it is going to act as a base. Base means what? So it is going to abstract a proton. So you have to give a proton source. Okay, so proton source if you give, so what it will do? So here what is the species? Species is CH3 minus. It is going to abstract a proton, so it will convert to CH4. Okay, so what are the proton source? Okay, so it will be helpful for to you. One time if I tell, please remember everything. It will be helpful for all your competitive exam. What are the proton source? As I told you before, in the previous video, what are acidic hydrogen? I have taken any hydrogen attached to the heteroatom is acidic hydrogen. So all these species can give you protons. Okay, all the species will give you protons, also your water. Okay, so this is an acidic proton, acidic proton, acidic proton. So all these are source of H plus. It will give you H plus. By taking this H plus, it will turn to, okay, it will gain a proton and it will change. So so if we take CH3, CH2, MgBr, so if you treat with any proton source, it will turn to the corresponding alkane. That's all. Okay, so this is the Grignard reagent as a base. Now we are going to see a wonderful magic reactions of Grignard reagent. Okay, before, until it was not possible, after the Grignard reagent, you have generated carbon as a nucleophile. Okay, so Grignard reagent as a nucleophile. Mostly Grignard reagents are used for the preparation of alcohols from aldehydes and ketones. Okay, so remember this. So first we are going to see reaction with formaldehyde. What is formaldehyde? Okay, so okay, this is methanol formaldehyde, anyway you can call this. Okay, so I have written like this in differentiated colors. So how it will get polarized? You see, it will get polarized like this. So positive charge here, negative charge here, and negative charge here, positive charge here. So opposite charge react with each other, right? So it will get polarized. So so carefully I have to write in both colors. So the new bond formed, I am going to illustrate with this color and the incoming group. Okay, so R I am going to take it as CH3MgBr. So CH3. Okay, the counter charge. There is a minus here. Okay, so MgBr stays here. Okay, so the new formed bond. So if you treat with water, what happens? Now if you treat with acid hydrolysis, so the magnesium bromide will get exchanged with the proton. Okay, so you see, this is a new incoming group, and this is your aldehyde part. This is your aldehyde part. Your aldehyde part has now changed to a single bond. Okay, this is a newly formed bond. Okay, so this group comes from aldehyde and this group comes from your Grignard reagent. Okay, now the reaction with aldehyde. Students, if you see, this is a primary alcohol, correct? So remember, if you have to prepare a primary alcohol, you have to do a reaction with formaldehyde. This is very important. Okay, primary alcohol, remember formaldehyde. Okay, so reaction with aldehydes, any aldehyde you can take. Okay, so I have taken a Grignard reagent. For example, I have taken methyl magnesium bromide. So what it will do? So this is negative charge, right? So this is negative charge. It will go and attack this carbon because it is electrophilic in nature. So this bond will polarize here. So what will happen? So R, C, H. Okay, so the species that corresponds to one molecule, I am writing in particular color. Okay, I am differentiating using colors. Okay, so to balance this MgBr plus. Okay, this stays here. Okay, so after doing acid hydrolysis, what you will get? You will get the corresponding alcohol. You will get the corresponding alcohol. So what is this alcohol? This alcohol is a secondary alcohol, correct? See, this is alcohol. This the carbon attached to the alcohol is connected to two other carbons, so this is a secondary alcohol. So remember, if you have to prepare secondary alcohol, you have to start with aldehyde. And one more thing, if you see the aldehyde converting to the corresponding alcohol, if you do the reduction, the normal method, what you will get? If you do reduction, what you will get? You will get the double bond goes away, OHH. Okay, here, but what is the difference here? You are introducing an alkyl group as well as you are getting an alcohol. That is the speciality of a Grignard reagent. Okay, you must, if an alkyl group is added from formaldehyde to this alcohol, no alkyl group is added, simply your double bond has changed to a single bond, the alcohol group. But see here the aldehyde group has been converted to alcohol, as well as you are adding an alkyl group, a carbon is also been formed here. Okay, carbon bond is, that is Grignard reagent. That is that is the way you have to differentiate between the normal and the another method. So you are introducing another alkyl group also. See, you have introduced another alkyl group as well as you have reduced the double bond. Okay, so remember, if you do with ketone, so what happens if you do with ketone? So here I have taken methyl magnesium bromide. So you must not think only with ethyl magnesium bromide, only with methyl magnesium bromide. It's possible, you should not think like that. So any alkyl group you can take. Okay, CH2, CH3 here. CH2 is the attacking group, CH2. Here CH, the minus charge is on CH2. Okay, so what you will get? You will get R, okay, OH, CH2, CH3. This is a tertiary alcohol. This is a tertiary alcohol. So tertiary, if you have to get tertiary alcohol, you have to start with ketone. So remember, here there are only two alkyl groups. At the product you have three alkyl groups. Okay, so remember that. So another one, if you do reaction with ester, what you will get? So this is somewhat important. So what happens here? The minus charge goes and attacks here. Okay, so R, C, O, MgBr. Since you have experienced, I have already taught you. I'm not using colors here to save time. So this is what an acetyl group, and this is highly unstable. Why? A carbon cannot bear two oxygen at the same time. So what happens? This minus, again it will hit the carbon to remove this one. Okay, so this is really unstable. A carbon cannot accommodate two oxygen at the same time. So what happens if the bond, if it reforms the bond, double bond, this goes out, minus OR dash. Okay, so you are getting ketone. You are getting ketone. If you use CH3 MgBr in excess, so what you will end up with? You will again end up with the tertiary alcohol. Okay, only if you use excess. If you use only 1 mole, one equivalent, you will end up with ketone. If you use excess, the ketone will give you tertiary alcohol, correct? Tertiary alcohol. Okay, so now a practice problem. Okay, so I'll tell you. So this is the problem. They have given the Grignard reagent. Okay, they are telling you have to prepare this compound. So what is propane 1-ol? Propane means it must have 3 carbons, 1-ol. So it is OH here. Okay, this you have to prepare. So primary alcohol, that is the first hint. Primary alcohol means you have to use formaldehyde. Okay, that is the first hint. And another one thing, if you know, see CH3 CH2, they have already told you. So here CH3 CH2. Okay, so this is the newly formed bond, right? This is the newly formed bond. So if you break this bond, what will happen? So as we told, if you break this bond, if you go in reverse, if you break this bond, you have to get double bond, right? So like that, two steps I'm telling. So the easy way you can follow, if it is a primary alcohol, then without thinking you can put formaldehyde. Okay, so the another way is cut this bond. So CH3 CH2 is already there, so it must have come from your Grignard reagent, and after cutting this bond, okay, your carbon is there, so it will turn to O. So it is in skeletal structure, so another hydrogens are already here, present here. Okay, so this is the way you have to follow. So how will you prepare? Yes, the reaction with this formaldehyde and this, the given Grignard reagent will give you this propanol. So another Grignard reagent. So let's write the structure. Propane means there will be 3 carbon. So 2 methyl means there is a methyl here, and here it is a methyl, and here it is a methyl, and here it is an alcohol. Okay, so one of the reagent they have given, that is CH3. So this CH3 must come from Grignard. Okay, so it has formed a bond here. Okay, so now the rest of the things I'm using this color. Okay, so if you break this bond, you have to turn this to double bond. So C carbon, this CH3. If you break this bond, so I'm going to write it as CH3MgBr. Okay, so if you, since you have break this bond, put double bond over here. So this is the another starting material. So when you react this with this, you will get this. Okay, so this is the way you have to try. So either way, so this is a tertiary alcohol. Okay, so it must be a ketone, like that. Okay, so now test yourself question I am going to give. So please take the question. So use suitable Grignard reagents on methanol. So methanol means what? Methanol is formaldehyde. That is the IUPAC name of formaldehyde they have given. You have to determine, you have to find out which Grignard reagent, suitable Grignard reagent you have to find out on methanol to synthesize this one and this one. Okay, kindly press the pause button. Okay, so after trying, please watch this video. Okay, please be honest. So now they have told methanol as the starting material, right? So methanol plus any Grignard reagent, we have to find out that Grignard reagent. So what will happen if this R goes and attacks the carbonyl? Okay, so you will get, okay, so you are getting CH2OH, right? CH2OH. This corresponds to your methanol and R group. So you have CH2OH here. So the R must be this one. R must be this one. So R is equal to CH3, CH3, where you have to put the magnesium bromide, where the bond has formed only with this carbon and this carbon. So magnesium, any halide you put. Okay, so this Grignard reagent, first one you have found out. Okay, so now for this also, your methanol plus RMgX. So reacting, what you will get, your R will go and strike here. Okay, so OH HR, CH2OH. So you already have CH2OH. So your R group must be this one. Okay, so R as RMgX, right? So attach MgX. So now your R is equal to this one, there must be a bond, put MgX. So for this reaction you will be using the cyclohexyl magnesium halide, and for this one the isopropyl magnesium halide. Okay, so thanks for watching. Okay, if you don't understand, please watch it once again and practice more sums. Okay, kindly give like, share and subscribe. Thank you.